Going to do an extremely quick review on the one of these latest Samsung robot vacuum cleaners, the Cyclone Force one. Now this one is a what you would call a proper vacuum. It's not just a brush, so it actually does a good job of picking up quite a bit of the stuff. Couple of things with it is the actual, which I've just emptied this, but the actual container that holds all of the stuff that it picks up is not particularly big, as you can see from the size of my hand. So with our floors being what they are, sometimes this thing will have to empty it twice a day just to get the floors done. The thing's just put itself back on charge. That's why I've decided to do this review right now, because what's going to be happening is when I push the clean button, it's going to take off, it's going to do a bit of a clean, and it's going to realise it's flat and it's going to come back again. So it gives you a bit of an idea on how the thing works. Are they good? Yeah, I wouldn't be with that one. Are they clever? No, they're as dumb as two short planks, quite frankly. They go across with this visionary mapping and all these other things, yet I'll see this thing spinning around in circles like the proverbial Tassie Devil, not knowing where to go, not knowing where the charge station is, things like that. It has a dirt sensor built into it as well, which I'll flip the thing over once it does its clean. The dirt sensor, nah, that's just a gimmick as well, because we have, as you can see, dark grey slate tiles. Now, if I was to, which I will do, if I was to come up through here, you will see that the floor changes to light grey slate tiles where we go through into the wash house, right? This thing changes the motor speed, or the vacuum speed, when it goes through this area here. In other words, what it's doing is it's going, oh, this dark grey floor is dirty, I need to run the motor faster. So it ends up doing 2, sometimes even 3 charges per clean. Right, which is not very good. It should be better than that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push that button there, and you never know. There we go. I don't believe it's going to do a very big clean, simply because of the fact that it's flat. Samsung would have you believe that these things map your house out and do it to a fancy plan. Yet when you look at this right at the moment, this thing's just pretty much doing a random clean. I don't see how anyone in their right mind could think that this thing is however, in saying that, it does do a fantastic job of cleaning the floor. We still use the Dyson, but reality is, when you really look at it, where it's going and what it's doing, I think the manufacturer that cracks the doing a sensible clean of a house with these things will be the one that makes the money the most. But certainly, as I said, does a good job. We're pretty happy with that. I think we had the Samsung Navibot before this one, which was really, really good. But you know, yeah, it does get lost. As much as it would like to think that it does that it knows its way around the house, we've had to rescue it on a number of occasions. But you can actually see when you get home, you can actually notice a difference on the floor, you know, and otherwise we'd be dragging out the old Dyson every single day, and we would be vacuuming with the Dyson. No, you kind of missed that, but that's called what they call edge clean. I'll probably try and do it again. Yeah, so as it comes up to the edge, there's a little brush drops down from the front and captures any dirt that's in the front section. It has a, see, for some reason it's like that, you can see there's a window in the front there that's using that as part of its mapping, as well as the camera that's sitting on the front of it there. However, I think that's a bit of a gimmick. Right, we've got a relatively clean, well, when I say relatively clean, we have a clean house. We don't have, like, apart from the old one dog toy, we don't have a lot of stuff around the place. So this thing still seems to get itself all screwed up. Sometimes, as I said, I can sit there, and I hope I'm not repeating myself, but as I said, there's a bit of a seat of the pants review. But sometimes you can sit there with these things, there we go, it's now realised it's flat, but you can sit there and watch this thing and go, why don't you know how to go somewhere? So what I'm expecting is that it should go straight over to the charge station. In fact, it's found it now. Because it's flat.